Hey, Scarefest fans, this is Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly with a review of a movie I really liked. I don't know if it's a horror film or not, though. So don't get mad at me later on if you think, oh, well, cheers, that it's not a horror film. Now, on Paramount Plus right now is a movie called Significant Other. I say this often, I hate saying this, but I can't give you too much of the plot because the third act twist is so darn good that I enjoyed this movie so much. And it's not too long. This is a complaint I have about other things. If you're not into gore, that's fine. If you want something that's just different, this worked for me. It may not work for you, but I like it a lot. Here's the IMDb plot. Follows a young couple who take a remote backpacking trip through the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, wherever, and face sinister events, leading them to realize that everything about the place is not as it seems, or everything about everyone they meet is not as it seems. It's written and directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson. Now, I'm not familiar with their other films, Villains, The Stakeland, or Body, but I'm going to go back and hopefully check them out because this movie just works for me. It's very small. Most of it takes place out in the forest. I would never go hiking for a week for vacation, but I understand other people do. It stars Jake Lacey and Micah Monroe. Both of them are fantastic in it. It just has a huge twist, and it's hard to talk about any of it without giving it away. It's not a huge time commitment. The movie is smart enough to go on and off because if it was 2 hours long, it'd be too much, and you'd be like, oh man, and you'd figure things out. But it's only about an hour and 24 minutes. It's a perfect amount for a horror film. It's shot beautifully. The acting is really good. The actual twist makes sense once you think about it and go back forth through it and how little you saw of it. This plot and the twist at the end, as far as why is it? Because saw some, so I started reading about it a little bit, and other reviewers are saying that it has body horror in it, and I kind of don't think they're correct. And I'm curious what you all think if you watch it, because body horror to me, I mean, Cronenberg did this with Rabid. If you've ever seen the Rabid from the 70s, if you not, should, with Marilyn Chambers, Cronenberg's Rabid. But there's other movies that deal with that I think are more body horror. I don't see this as body horror. To me, it's just straight up. There's not a lot of blood and guts. There's a little. There's a few killings, but it's more of a science fiction. Yeah, could you call it a horror film? You can. I don't know that I necessarily call it a horror film. So maybe they'll fire me on Scarefest for reviewing this. But Significant Other on Paramount Plus, this is one of the movies I enjoyed quite a bit, and I did not see the twist coming. I thought it was going to be another twist that they were going to do, and they didn't do that. So I highly recommend Significant Other. I think we should all go back and check out their other movies that these two guys made. And the endings may piss you off. The last 30 seconds to a minute may piss you off, especially if you need everything wrapped up in a bow. Although I think it does a pretty good job of explaining and telling you the whole story. So check out Significant Other on Paramount Plus. I really liked this movie a lot. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Watched it by myself. It's not going to make you go boo or jump or have a lot of jump scares like Smile, which I recommend and I've gotten crap about because a lot of people don't, a couple of my friends don't care for it. And maybe I need to go back and revisit it, but I like Significant Other. So check it out, Significant Other on Paramount Plus. This has been Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly.